And they have beef jerky. Only because it was in Mononoke. And you know they're serving up that Howl's Moving Castle-style breakfast every day. It's way too many eggs. They never turn a profit on that thing. Here we are. I was doing my thumbnails. Because I'm behind on my upload, so let's do that. For a second. For like 1 second. I usually change, since it's a new month, for the thumbnail uploads. Even though we are about halfway through the month. In real life. I usually just update the color. I guess we could just keep the gradient going. Maybe like a more of a hot pink this month. For September? September. What do we think? Does that look nice? I think it looks nice. It recedes into the background. Very nice. Alright, now let's change the text. I'm gonna be doing this for a second. I can do whatever I want. It's a bonus stream anyway. Shut your mouth. Don't delete the layer. How did that happen? September 1st. Now let me check to make sure that is when the last stream happened. Yep, that's the one. Okay. Hoyo. Okay. Whoops, I opened up the App Store. Get out of here. I don't want no apps. Art stream. What to title this one? New month, same webcomic. I don't think I've made a stream titled that before. But I also can't think about that too much because I will inevitably, at some point, start overlapping the titles. I think it might have already happened, but I don't know. Who knows? Nobody's paying that close attention to VOD titles, I don't think. And if they are, stop. Don't do that. There are better things you can do with your time. Simply anything else. Throw a football. Run really fast and catch that same football. Play catch by yourself, basically. I mean, that's an impressive skill to have. Let's be real with ourselves. No, it's not made for kids. Oh wait, what the heck? Why is this only an hour and a half? Oh, this must be one of my silent streams. Alright. Let me see if this is the indeed the one where I just talked to myself for like an hour and a half. That might just happen today too. Since this is not my normal schedule. Who knows? I'm saying who knows a lot. There's a lot of unknowns today. This is groundbreaking history. There's uncharted territory. I don't even know what to do. And I'm opening it up doing thumbnails again? Oh my god. I'm putting in parentheses quiet stream. Simply because I feel like I don't talk hardly at all this. Alright, that should be... Oh, did I upload? I did. Alright, public, blah blah blah. Not for children. Uh-oh, what did I do? YouTube did not like changing that thumbnail. My stream's still up. Hello, internet. Don't freak out. I swear to God if you do. Boy, if you don't. There it is. Data is currently unavailable for some videos. What? Why? What could have possibly happened? Alright, September 5th. What was my next one? Yo. Well, yeah, you know, let's fill up the screen a bit. Make that look nicer for the people that just maybe or may not happen upon this stream. Put the goods on display, as it were. Thumbnail, upload, find the right one. There it is. Not for children. I would sooner die than be a child-friendly YouTube channel. I think you actually kind of have to die when you sign over that contract. All those ad revenue things. You know, if you want the good stuff, you gotta sell your soul out to the businessman. Alright, that is now September 5th. Whoops, I muted it? Alright. How many more? I spent 12 minutes. I got so much time today. I might as well just catch up on all the ones that I uploaded. 6th and then 2 September 7 streams. I think one of them was because I got raided at like 4 in the 2, 3? Very early in the morning. 6. We'll do 6 and then I'll stop for now. Simply because I want to do my comic stuff. I know. Disgusting. Who wants to work on a passion project? Ew. Gross. I can't tell if the keyboard ASMR is showing up. I think it might. I can't see OBS while I'm typing. But I think it shows up occasionally. Very faintly. And you know what? That's great. That's good. That's great. I like it. And if my keyboard was on my desk, the keyboard ASMR would be way too loud, so maybe it's better this way. Another point in the keeping my current setup column. I knew it. All along I did. I'm kind of just like wicked smart. Oh, is this the stream? The one that I'm uploading right now, I think, is the one where I started commissions. Or the other commission that I was doing. Alright, that should be good. In terms of uploads, this hasn't been a very visual stream so far, but you know... Who cares? Shut up. I'm doing whatever I want right now. Alright, this should be good. And now we'll get back into the swing of it. Account makeup for lost time on Friday. Got this page going on. Now, I don't know how I'm gonna render these floorboards here. I know the light's gonna peek through them, but I don't know if I'm gonna do like little beams going down or something. We'll figure it out when we get there. I still have some other background work to do. Like this candle. I can work on this candle. And so maybe I will. Look, I got all the base colors lined up. Might as well. Yo. And then I might have to start thumbnailing the next page. I don't know how long this background will take. Based on what's here. I think I might want to redo this a little bit. Hold on, let me see if I can... Because I think the soft shadows are a little excessive in this one. Makes it look a little That's good, I like that. This one maybe... Yeah, maybe this needs to be switched a little bit. Switched up a bit. Maybe just get rid of the whole thing there on that side. Nah. Interesting. This is here. Maybe if this was more of a hard edge the whole time here. Yeah, maybe that looks better. Ooh, I kind of like it now. Maybe it was as simple as that, and I think this needs to be a little bit harder also. A little bit closer to the little neck piece here. Yeah, I think just giving it some more hard edges always makes it better, have a little bit more variety. Actually, what's this one? What's this little doodad over here? Yeah, you over here. You could also stand to be a little bit harder. Yeah, that's better. Let's actually flip this whole thing now that I've actually put in a lot of the values. I haven't actually flipped it. I say actually way too much. I haven't flipped this since then. This looks pretty okay, I think. Maybe we should skew her in this panel. Just a little bit. Is her line art the same as this guy's? No, thank God. It's different. Oh, no, it is. We'll just fix that by going here. Oil. Transform skip. Skip. Oh, no. Where are your eyes? There they are. Get them, officer. Why is it like this now? Oh, I need to, do the skew again. Oh yeah, I forgot she was like right there in front of him, so I have to account for that. Just gotta touch up his line art again, because now it's overlapping a little bit. It's here. Okay, well, now there's a little bit of this going on. There. That looks a little bit better. Little tune-ups here. And there. Elsewhere. And we gotta do the bed as well. Great, my dogs are barking. I bet my package is here. I ordered things and stuff. Definitely sounds like a package is here. Alright, let me go look at that. Oh, you know what? I should actually write the thing that I do. Well, there we go. Alright, well I don't see anything, so I don't even know what that is. Waste of my time. They're still barking and stuff. I don't know what it could be, and I'm too tired to go figure it out. Here we go, this little quick. Apparently there's another John Wick movie coming out, but it's not a John Wick movie. It's like, it's a spin-off. It's in the world of John Wick, as I believe the phrasing they used, which I think is kind of stupid. Considering the main draw of those movies, let's be honest with ourselves, was Keanu Reeves. And if you're gonna do a spin-off without him, I just don't think it's gonna have longevity. It's like Keanu committed to that role rather. I'm gonna lurk while playing TF2. Nice. Thanks for stopping in, Garrett. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, Keanu Reeves. You see those videos of him doing like gun training on entire ranges of stuff. And it's just impressive. That's the commitment you can expect. I don't know these randos. I don't know who the cast is. I didn't look really hard. I just heard there was a spin-off, and I saw a bit of the trailer. Well, that's about it. Welcome to my secret, super classified, top secret, hidden, unknown live stream on a Saturday. Because I slept through the one on Friday. And I have the time to actually do one today. So I figured, might as well. Shit. I messed up this part. Hold on. Alright, now that everything's fine. You like the ones where you streamed in the early AM? Those were different. Those were because Swan and I do Monster Prom streams on Wednesdays. Well, she does the stream, I just kind of play along. And then she insists that she raid me after we do those gameplay sessions there. And so I, unfortunately, am left in the position where I can say no and then go about my day. Or I get bullied into saying yes. Listen, it's not hard, because I do enjoy streaming. And admittedly, one of the times it was self-imposed. I said if I win, I would stream and allow her to raid me at the early hours. And unfortunately, I did win, which was unprecedented at the time. So I was feeling pretty confident in not having to stream at 3 in the morning that day. But, you know, God has other plans. All I have to do is antagonize him into making me succeed so that I have to endure some other hardship. A little bit of reverse psychology against the deity himself. What kind of layers did I put on this candle here? I got an overlay layer and a glow dodge layer. Is that really it? Overlay at 82 and glow dodge at 83? Interesting. And them's bright as hell. Oh my god. What is this on normal? What color is that? It's just like a desaturated yellow. Interesting. And then the overlay layer is presumably a more saturated yellow. Alright. That makes it easy then. I gotta move this overlay layer. For sure. So here a little bit. Nah, it's gonna look like, interesting. And then we can do a little glow dodge. Little tiny glow dodge layer. It was still pretty high intensity, too. We can do the multiply layer again. With the blue, of course. Alright, let's do... I think I have to model these here. Oh, there it is. Okay, so yeah, we can... yeah, multiply layer here. Multiplication. Yo. Nani. Oh, message. I got one. Okay, yeah, I see. Yeah, I can discuss that at any point. Be it on this stream or off this stream, if you're still here. What the heck is this fire? Still here, by the way. Alright, I was just checking. Yeah, if you want to talk about that right now, I can do that. Or if you'd rather wait till it's not being documented. Do I have the gouache brush? Wow, that is overpowering with the overlay layer up over top of it. No, I later in a VC for TF2, still learning. I'm learning it. Okay, I see. Fair enough then. Yeah, I can discuss it after stream. Looking up candle references here. Let's see what we got. I mean, that's about what I expected. It do have the... Oh, this is interesting, because the wax is translucent, so it kind of passes through the top here at first, but then it quickly goes into the... Alright, let's see. Where does the wax go when you burn a candle? Is this a question people are asking? I think it's pretty obvious. I don't mean to insult Google users, but I'm just saying, that one seems like we figured that one out a long time ago. It's like asking, where do pictures go when you delete them? Even that is a trickier question. I wish I had the resolve to learn any shooter at all. My friends tried to get me into Overwatch 2 for a little bit, and that's probably the one I'm best at, but only because Winston is broken and so easy to use. You just throw around your monkey shields and you leap around, and there you go, you're a pretty decent Winston player. It's not that hard. But even then, I'm not the greatest at it. I got pretty okay at Destiny 1, but those skills have surely all left me by now. And in terms of competitive shooters, I mean, outside of, like I said, Overwatch and Overwatch 2, I don't really have any experience. I never played TF2, never played CSGO. I played Valorant for like 2 minutes. Did not get very far in that one. Didn't play Apex Legends at all. I'm just basically a Garbo shooter player. No Call of Duty Warzone. or Call of Duty in general. Played a little bit of Titanfall 1 and 2. Those were pretty fun. I wish those games had a renaissance or some kind of resurgence, because they deserve it. Especially the second one. But they really don't make shooters like Titanfall at all. Like a parkour shooter, it's all about moving around. They don't make them like it. They have similar dynamics in some of them, but not all of them. No. I like being able to fly everywhere across the dang map. Whoosh. Now we should do a new one over this. There we go. Deep in the shadows, they're already there. Spending way too long on this candle, but it looks nice, so why wouldn't I spend more time on it? If you're painting the candle and it starts looking nice, you have to spend more time on it. It's one of the art laws, everyone knows this. Put into effect by Hammurabi himself. It was weird, because that's not really in his normal kind of thing, but he, I don't know, you know, it's, are you gonna doubt Hammurabi? Not to his face. For sure. Cut your eyeball out. Or both of them. Yeah, there's a decent looking candle. I guess we can move on from this panel. Looks waxy, looks bright, burning well. Alright, so What I can do now, since sometimes some pages I do this step, other pages I don't. At some point when I go to actually upload these, I might have to go and homogenize this whole thing, because what you do is you make, you copy-paste this layer, then I have to bring this out a little bit, and I get this little layer color tool, and you can sort of just tune it to the color of your environmental lighting, set it to multiply, and then lower the opacity. And then if you clip it to your layer below, then you get all of your values as they would appear if you just painted them in a more homogenized way in the first place. Little cheat code to warm anything. I feel like I'm going to be using this heavily in like nighttime scenes when I blue shift everything, because that's what it... I don't know, that's what cinematic language has taught me. Nighttime equals blue. That's just how it is. Maybe you don't even have to do it for every panel, but for this one, it seems necessary. Alright, take this bed, because it is this bed. It is this one right here. And we'll go here in this panel, and we need a background for this, like so. I don't know what angle I'm going to make this here. We'll see, I suppose. This is tricky, finding this angle. That looks about like the right angle, I think. Doesn't have to be perfect. It's not a wide establishing shot. Doesn't have to be dramatic and intricate and mathematically accurate to how the lines would appear geometrically. And then we can steal this color. And we steal the pillar. There it is. Barely visible, but it is there. How thick are these lines? They're pretty thick. Whoops. That looks about right. Now, did I actually draw... I need to figure this out once and for all. Did I draw buttons on this fool's vest? I don't remember. I'm gonna remember right now. By looking at it directly. That ought to jog my memory. And I don't believe anybody's looking at my screen, but I'm gonna hide it nonetheless. You can't stop me. I did. His first appearance, he's got little buttons on there. Alright. I now know this to be true. I gotta draw little buttons on him. I don't care what color they were before, they are now the same color as his vest, even if that is a little confusing. Maybe they need to be a little darker. It was as confusing as I thought it was going to be, but I don't like it. Now, design rules would indicate that you should put 3 buttons on here, but I'm simply not going to. I decided right now, actually. Where the heck are all these little lines coming from? Where do you hail from, little line? Are you just an empty space? It looks like it's just an empty space. Yep. Let's actually flip this to see if the perspective is aligned with the values in the background. I think it does need to be a little bigger even still. Yeah, that looks better. Because if we get a gander at it on this page, it's freaking wide. It's a large bed. It's a long one, that's for sure. And then we gotta do the pillow layer, which is here. And then an overall multiply layer. Man, lighting is easy when you can just use multiply layers forever. If the multiply layer function didn't exist, painting on a digital space would be so annoying, I can tell you that. You would just have to understand color theory, and that's like, not something I am ready for. Positively not. And then I gotta get this, and I gotta make these, and I gotta do this, and over here, and then I do a little bit of this. This is all very technical. Make sure if you want to do art in the future, you follow exactly how I do it on stream, because you're not gonna find a better teacher than this, where I ambiguously say something every 15 to 20 minutes, and then go back into trying to do anything else. I think I need to draw this guy's sword, actually, on this little dude. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Alright, yeah, we'll have to do that too. Continuity. It pains me. Then I draw the blood on the doctor, and then the background for the top panel. Maybe a little something here, but I don't know for sure. Maybe a gradient. Yeah, thinking with my Barayan. And then we turn on all the multiply stuff. There's a little thing there. I see it. Where is this lady? Where did you go? Must be up here. Yep. Hmm. I have to do the same thing for the background now that I'm looking at it. And we can probably just merge all that together. There, that's a lot of layers for a little effect, but that's fine. And we can open up... Did I put words on this? Looks like I did. This doesn't look like it has words on it, though. This is the PNG, though, so I can't really do that. Fine. I'll hide the eyes again. And I'm gonna hide the words on this, actually, because I need to come back to this panel for the reference of where the bloat is. There we go. Okay, so we got that, we do this, we take the design pencil, I think was what I was using. Actually, what is this? Yeah, that looks like design pencil with some eraser. And then some, just eraser, I guess. Oh boy. Definitely need to do that on a new layer. You know what I can do? I can just select this. There we go. That'll make my life easier. And what does this look like? It's got like 1, 2... That is the hard eraser. Excuse me. And he's got this color going on. Yeah, I need to redo this part. Maybe if I use the G pen. It's got better tapering on it. I don't know if that communicates what I'm looking for. It needs to be a more organic looking. Yeah, that's like the anime thing, right? It's like one center one. Yeah, this is already looking better in terms of the effect I want. Yeah, that looks nice. It's almost like that effect of, what am I going for? It's like that one in anime where they put the stuff behind the head, or in manga really, you see this all the time. Where it's like the behind the head and it's just like a just exploding out of their scalp. But this is the realization sort of visual indicator where they have awe by something and you know. The neurons have connected. And actually, now that I'm looking at it, I think I could play up this, because now the lighting in the other panels has made this darker by comparison. So I think I can just darken this up even more, actually. Really push the contrast. Probably just do a ruler here. Linear ruler, maybe. Oh, it doesn't even... Why does it do that? What? Why? What is the point? Alright, don't do a linear ruler then. What am I looking for? Perspective ruler, maybe? Ruler pen? What the heck is a ruler pen? Oh, that's weird. A guide? Nope. How's this look? That's weird, what I've done. I'm not even sure what the heck's going on. What the heck? I think I just made a 1-point perspective, which does not work for this. What is the ruler that I'm looking for, then? Maybe the special ruler has the thing. Parallel line, that's what I'm looking for. Yeah, that's the one. Okay, found it. I'll get this line right one of these days. apparently my order did get delivered at some point between now and then. Okay, there we go. I sorted all my stuff out. Do I have my wood brush? I do have my wood brush here. Gabino, hello, Halber. Welcome in to my super secret Saturday stream. Nobody else even knows that it exists. It's a well-protected secret. For generations I've protected it. You sound so tired. I'm a little tired. I don't normally stream on Saturday. Did I sleep well? I don't know. As well as I usually do, I think. I don't really have a sleep schedule, so I just kind of nap whenever. And I guess my naps today were not as good as they usually are. Where is this layer going? Excuse me, where are you? What the hell? I need to bring it up here. What's going on? It's the same color. That's why. And how are you doing, Howler? Learned about a horrifying game on Twitch. What kind of game? Oh, a stream. Oh, on Steam. Now I can't read. horrifying game on Steam. There we go. Now we've all got it clear. And what game would that be? Five Nights at Freddy's 8? What are they on? I don't know. Too many. It's a Sex with Hitler game. Now, I have seen this game, unfortunately. I am already aware of this game. I am sorry that you had to discover it, but yeah, that's been in there. It's been in the Steam lexicon for a while. I think there's sequels, too. Unfortunately. I think it did that well. Well enough for the people who made it to be like, you know what, the world needs more of this. The people have spoken. Good, I'm not saying, no, it's not a delusion. Not yet, anyway. That game does have the audacity to be real. When I saw it was Sex with Furry Hitler, yeah, I think that is one of the sequels. I don't know. I believe it or not, I'm not well versed in that franchise. It's not one of my favorites, in the sense that I have never touched it. Never played it at all. You would never catch me doing it unless I was paid to. How do you like my candle? I think it's simple but effective, and that's really all I need. They must pay you quite a lot. They would have to pay me so many dollars. So many euros. What are the Germans using? I think they're all just using euros over there, right? It's a nice candle. Thank you. I painted it because that's what all the items and background elements are. They don't have no line art. Would $2 work? How much does the game even cost? Does the game cost more than that? I'm looking this up. Steam is updating. I give up. No, wait, it's opening. I forgot my new PC is actually a lot faster than my old one. Ew, they're making me log in. I can't believe I'm logging in to check this. Probably. I'm looking at it. I'm going to, anyway. Steam, could you hurry up? I'm trying to look up very important information. God. Yeah, that's like $7. Oh my god. Oh god, the audio. Don't play audio from Sex with Hitler on my stream. Do not do that. Important. Muy importante. Oh god, there are so many screenshots on my screen right now. I gotta get out of here. I don't want to look at that any longer. Honestly, I think this page is good. Put this here. Maybe I'll do a background thing here, but I don't know what I would do. I just hear Hitler mode. No, it's like a roaring fire. From what I understand. I'm not clicking on the trailer again to find out, but that's what I think it was. And we'll all just have to live with that plausible deniability. Yeah, I think we're good on this page, actually. Nice. I'll just have to add the words and touch up some stuff after the fact, and now we can start thumbnailing page 17. Okay, so I have this here, this, and this. Let's go to page 17. Don't save this one. Don't save this one. I don't need color for a while now. 16, blah blah. My YouTube thumbnail. Wait, wait, wait. So we got here. Let me get. I gotta check my script whenever we do these. Open. Wheel. I think I got it. Do a little profile shot here, I think. And he's like standing over here. Gotta file save as before I accidentally overlap all my other stuff. There. Add a stream marker. What does that do? I don't want to use it. It's gonna mess me up. Let's see if we can incorporate the candle into this a little more. But yeah, I did check earlier, since we brought up the Hitler games about 4 years ago. By now, sorry, I'm focusing. Takes me a while to start up a conversation. While I was looking, I did discover there are like 400 sequels to that game. There's like a space one. There's one that's just called 2. There's one called 3D. There's so many of those. Far too many. So I was like, maybe there's 1 or 2 sequels, but there's like a whole series of those things. Unfortunately. For the rest of us. Sane-minded individuals. Who have to deal with the repercussions of these things people make. Hmm. Trying to think about using these speech bubbles as more of a leading element. You have to do that. It's tricky though. Where would her face be if I were to change this angle? Hmm. Alright, I think we have the thumbnail for page 17, at least roughed out. The words should be... they should fit in there just fine, I think. Open up the template. Wherever that thing is. Hello? Where did it go? I'll find it. There it is. We got 2, 2, 1, and then nothing. Okay. One of these days I'll start getting cute with paneling. I'll start being all adorable about it, but right now I don't really know what I'm gonna... like, I'm not good enough, I don't think. There's people where they do panel breaks. For example, this character, they might have their hair poking out of the border. Breaking the border is one technique that people use all the time. Characters interacting with the border is another one, as if it acts like a gateway or passageway or door, etc. Some people shape their panel, they stylize their panels to be more like an Art Deco type framing device, and that's always interesting to see. File, what is this, page 16, page 17, file save as. Let's bisect our panels. I don't think that's the word for it, but we're gonna say it anyway. Divide frame folder is the one. Yep. We got 3. And then we got this one over here. And then this one over here. Can always adjust the size of this later, and I will, because it looks weird right now. This has to go. No, this one has to go. Go on and get. There we go. You get down here. Down here. You get yourself down here. This has to go that way. What's the rest of it? This has to move over, I think. Just a little bit. That looks about right. Could be a little taller, I guess. I gotta move this, otherwise it will drive me insane. No. Oy. Why is it doing that? There. We'll just yank our thumbnails from where they is onto a new thing. Where they isn't. A fly flew right in front of me and it looked like it came out of my mouth. I got so scared. There was just something in there that I had no idea about this whole time. And then just... Use your garbage thumbnails, everybody. You made them for a reason. You can trace over them on your panel page. Just move your thumbnails around. It's easy. Or if you're one of those people that just goes straight into line art, you can do that too. I'm not cool. I don't have that kind of artistic swag about me. That's the same thing. Excuse me. I believe I demanded an image of a hand here. This one goes yeah. Yup. I can tell it's a thumbnail and or... Well, it's not a thing. I can tell it was mostly a coloring stream. Because time is elapsing so very slowly. But I don't really have to focus as much on the coloring right now, so I can actually speak my mind for once. There's not much going on in there, but I can do it. I can talk about all the stupid stuff that happens in my everyday life. I'm pretty sure someone tried to scam me earlier today. First I got a text that said, hey. And then I got a phone call immediately from the same number. It's like they hit send on the text and then immediately called whoever they were trying to call. And I looked up the area code. It's from Oklahoma. I don't know anybody from Oklahoma. So needless to say, that was probably... It was either a wrong number or a scammer. They haven't said anything to me, so I have no idea who it was. It was me. Do you live in Oklahoma now? Damn. I mean, I suppose it's not too much of a stretch for you to call from an Oklahoman, like, payphone or whatever. You're closer than I am. That's for dang sure. Why didn't you say anything? I left you on red. You should be offended by that behavior. Also, hello, Swan. Still be like a 7-hour drive at least. I think for me it'd be like a 12. Actually, it's like 12 to get to Kentucky from here, so it'd probably be, I don't know, even longer than that. 16? Don't leave me. Alright, well then don't contact me from an Oklahoman phone number that I have no recollection of. That is on you. What if you were a scammer? And, well, for all intents and purposes, you are. But what if I knew that the number calling me was a scam? And that it was you? I thought we was homies. What would ever give you that impression? Every time we speak, it is just vitriol. On both sides. You know this. Mortal enemies until death. When Monster Hunter comes out, I'm just going to be blowing up barrel bombs left and right. You're going to be like, oh, I'm going to land this hit. And it's no. Absolutely not. Pew. What do I want to do here? I guess I could draw the lady's face. But you like the vitriol. Yeah, I was kind of molded by it, born into it. That's just kind of how I process everything these days. I gotta filter it through a lens of vitriol, and that's how all my homies interact, by the way. You've seen it. When I'm talking a steak, you have not seen when I speak to my Discord friends. If you did, you wouldn't even... I don't think if anyone heard me speak how I do to my Discord homies, the ones from the schoolyard days, that they would think we were even enjoying each other's company at all. Basically just a constant stream of bullying each other, and it's great, and we like it, alright? That's how it is. These are the true friendships, absolutely. What the hell does this lady's hair look like from the side again? What did I draw it here? No. Of course I didn't. Of course not. I gotta open up a different page. Not for your eyes, but for mine. Alright, that makes sense. It looks like that. Got it. It sticks out at the front. It's kind of like a little... Oh yeah, here's the thing I hadn't talked about. I've been trying to talk about this on stream, but I keep forgetting. I might as well talk about it now while I remember. There's a webtoon, very popular webtoon, a Webtoon Originals webtoon, as it would happen. So it's, you know, funded by that big Naver line webtoon money. The company itself invests in it, and they count upon its success as a series. It's called Get Schooled. Some people might have heard of it. It was a very popular series. But, for those of you out of the know, I am in the know because I am very big into webtoon culture these days. I know what's going on. I know that people think they like Lore Olympus, but they actually hate it. If you look at the community for more than 2 seconds, I know that even though it's the most popular one in the world, people still actually think it's bad. I haven't read it myself, but I just know that people dislike it. But in regards to Get Schooled, the most recent arc, the whole, I guess it's a manhwa, but the whole webcomic, from what I understand, is like this whole retribution fantasy for, like, bullying. Like, the bullies bully students, and then this organization comes by and, like, physically abuses them or whatever. It basically promotes child abuse, and, you know, for a while that was fine, apparently. I never heard anybody complain about the series up until now, because the most recent arc for the Get Schooled manhwa, or webcomic, it's both. I'm just gonna call it a webcomic, because that's where this whole business is going down, on the Webtoon app. It promoted a, well, here's what's going on. Basically, it introduced this new bully, who is of Ethiopian descent. So, you know, not African American, but legitimately Ethiopian. And they are in this, Korean school, as an immigrant, I believe. The context is a little fuzzy, because I kind of dropped myself into this drama, like, what's going on? And then, it started talking about, like, inadvertently, the creator started talking about replacement theory, which is it's not good. You never want to do that. I'm here for the webcomic tea. This is the biggest webcomic tea that I have seen in a while. In fact, when this was all going down, the Webtoon subreddit, I haven't seen its numbers go above 400 for, like, months, for, like, the entirety of the time I've been on there. It's been over 1,000 to, like, 900 for the past few weeks. So anyway, I started talking about stuff like pure-blooded Koreans, and the pure-blooded Koreans were the ones that were being bullied in the school, and this Ethiopian and these mixed-race bullies were going around, and it's just like, that's already a bad look. Yeah, it's never good when replacement theory is brought up. They didn't say it, but it was basically what they were describing. They did say the words pure-blooded Korean in there a few times. And you're not ready for the rest of this story, but I'll proceed. So the Ethiopian kid is coming in, and one of the days in the classroom, he's bullying someone. I forget exactly what the context is, but this one of the members from this organization that basically beats up the bullies comes in, and he says he's of white and Korean mixed heritage. I believe from the U.S. So he's like he's like Caucasian and Korean. So, and then he comes into this Korean school, and he talks to this Ethiopian kid. And while the Ethiopian kid is, like, making fun of the teachers, like, trying to antagonize him, because the teacher from this organization is like, hey, stop bullying them. or else you're gonna face some consequences. He's like, what are you gonna do about it? And I think he says some insult. And then the teacher from this, like, this child protection agency or whatever, which exists for the purposes of this comic, just freaking whips out the N-word. That's right, that one. Just whips it out. And they type it out in the comic. And for some reason, that was, this was being treated, in the scene, it seemed like it was being justified. It's like, well, the Ethiopian kid threw a slur at me, I'm gonna throw this one at him. And it was, yeah, that's it. No way it actually happened. Yeah, that was how it actually happened. Yeah, so it was like the way it was portrayed as was, it reeks of ignorance on the whole idea of African American and African culture, and the fact that there is a difference between the two. Because, like, before this whole, the bomb dropped in that comic, the teacher was talking about, you know, I faced a lot of discrimination from African American students when I was living in the U.S., and it's just like, I think it was like he was talking about places like Harlem or whatever, and it's like, bro, you have to understand that the African Americans and people from Africa, just African people in general, it's not the same thing. It's not an excuse. It's not an excuse. It's like, well, racism is just, I guess, it's just like all of the themes of, like, trying to be like, well, like, I guess all racism is justified if we're using it to retaliate. It's like, that's just the worst way you could portray that whole scenario. Needless to say, Webtoons came out here, the official accounts on TikTok and on Instagram and all these platforms, and they were like, we do not promote that. We have taken down the chapter. And the creator put out a response, the team, I guess, put out a response saying, yeah, we're sorry that happened. Long story short, I wonder if I can find it, so I think me paraphrasing it is a little irresponsible. Not only did they remove the chapter, I've checked Webtoons recently, and some of the Reddit posts have alerted me to this. They've removed the whole series from the app. So if you even spent money on reading that series, it's just gone now. So you can't even read it without pirating it now. Because of, oops, just accidentally became super racist because of ignorance for a chapter. Oh no! Let me see if I can get schooled. Response. When you nuke your own series, like, oh my god. Just accidentally super racist. Alright, here we go. Let me see if I can... Yeah, Webtoon response to the Get Schooled controversy. We can look through some stuff. This content depicted in this episode does not align with Webtoon's values and is absolutely not something we stand for. It should not have been published, and we apologize to anyone who encountered it or the harm it caused to the incredible Webtoon community. The racist content has been removed from our platform, and the episode is currently in review. So it's not returning to the US anytime soon, or if ever, but apparently it's also on current, like, suspension in other territories. But the whole situation is like, oh no. I want to see if I can find the actual creator response. Blah blah blah, the racist content has been removed, the series has been cancelled and will not be returning in the US. Suspended indefinitely, so basically cancelled, on the Korean platform while we conduct an internal review. You know how many writers and editors this had to go through before you could just put this out there? I want to know what the creator has to say. I know they put it out here. Honestly, if I just search from, like, most popular posts for the past month or so, top of the past week ought to be it. Yeah, here it is. We are the creators of Get Schooled. Here we go. I'll bring it up on screen. First and foremost, we sincerely apologize for the pain we've caused with the portrayal in episode 125. I did read episode 125, I just didn't know any context around it. From what I understand, though, it was a new arc, so you don't really have to have too much context, because it's a new storyline. Not one of their better ones, apparently. This episode aimed to depict the current societal challenges in South Korea, emphasizing the unique dynamics facing multicultural and immigrant families, which is sadly fostering discrimination against these groups. Discrimination is fast becoming a critical societal concern. With Get Schooled, our objective was to bring this issue to light. Oopsies. shined a black light on it. We crafted this episode hoping readers would pause and reflect on such societal challenges. However, in focusing on South Korea's multicultural family issues, we overlook the larger universal facets and scope of discrimination, like the fact that Africans and African Americans are different people. They have different cultures entirely, especially ones that immigrate to Korea, I would imagine. We fail to recognize how certain expressions are racist, like the N-word. Even if employed for dramatic impact, causing a dramatic impact is so funny. What a generous use. That is carrying the weight of the world upon its shoulders, these two words right here. Causing enormous pain to our readers and the wider webtoon community. Born and raised in what has historically been a largely homogenous society, they were talking about pure-blooded Koreans, we now realize that we have limited knowledge on issues of racial discrimination. That is the understatement of the century. Using a radical slur would be racist. Oops, who knew? The ignorance and limited perspective led us to use racist and harmful expressions carelessly, and we deeply apologize for causing hurt. It's like, oh my god, man. Oh my god. The racist language and imagery in that episode has been edited and removed. Yeah, I think they just removed it. They edited it to say, like, idiot or something, basically. Or, like, yeah, just calls him, like, a jerk or a dummy. I don't remember. The teacher calls him something way less worse than this. And the series is going on hiatus in the US, but we know we have caused real pain to many people. Get School often starts out episodes in a manner that portrays hatred, yeah. But ultimately the story aims to impart the message to stop such hatred. Well, you know, beating people up. Listen, Get Schooled is probably a cool series, but I don't think anyone thinks this is what the message is. There is no excuse for the imagery and language used in this episode. All we can do now is apologize and promise to do better. We'll be spending time to learn more about past and present racial discrimination and the history of racist representations. We can and will do better. And then blah blah blah, whatever. We apologize. Most obvious reason for this being suspect is what they're claiming is the opposite of what they're depicting. Exactly. They're claiming this was meant to highlight discrimination against immigrant families in South Korea, but instead they've written an arc where the main villain is black and Korean, and the protagonist is justified in referring to him as the equivalent of the N-word, and laments about pure Koreans being ousted. That was exactly what happened in the chapter. They're saying, yeah, we're trying to foster, like, you know, a positive environment, but the way they wrote the chapter, it was literally the opposite. It was quite... It could not be further from what they were claiming this was about. Oh, man. Intention of the episode was to portray discrimination of pure Koreans by immigrant descendants. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's pretty much this whole thing. Korean farmers are often considered undesirable as marriage partners, leading to the practice of farmers seeking brides from foreign countries. Consequently, the immigrant descendant population is rapidly growing in rural areas, and there have been stories of bullying against full-blooded Korean children, who are becoming a minority there. However, the depiction remains deeply problematic and racist. Yeah. It's like no matter what issue is going on in Korea, this was not the way to portray it. To take a black Korean mixed-race immigrant and have them just completely have a slur thrown at them. Like, oh my god. But yeah, they took the series off of Webtoon as a whole. So that's a whole... I don't think they fully understand what they did wrong. I don't either. I don't think they can fully understand the scope of that. It's weird, too, because the history of the N-word is so profoundly steeped in American history that it's like, I don't fully blame this issue, for the average person, I would say, in Korea, for not fully understanding the scope of that word, but for, like, a studio in Korea making a comic addressing racial issues and bullying, like, you should know at that point. You should have done a little bit of research. It focused a lot on the slur and didn't address how they set up the story to be right. Yeah, the structure of it was by far and away the most egregious part of why this whole thing was wrong. Yeah, exactly. I've read the chapter. It's so weird. Having a story addressing racism, you need to do research. Yeah, exactly. Especially if it's like real-world racism. I'm doing like a fantasy story. There's a little bit of fantasy racism in here, but even regardless, I've looked up things of, for example, when my main party's going around, I have my POC, protagonist lady, with elf ears. She's got little hairs and stuff. I've got this, she's like inspired by English monarchy lady. And then I got two dudes who also Caucasian, and they're like based in Scottish culture. So I have like 3 Caucasian figures in my main party. And so I was looking up, even in this, like, fantasy world, with my limited understanding of what I'm doing here. One thing I know is that I'm gonna have to try and avoid, like, because if you have a group of people coming in to help, like, a village or whatever, or like a tribe of other people, there's that trope called the white savior complex. It's a very common one. I'm sure anyone's heard about it. But I have to be mindful of that, at the very least, because that's something that can crop up in these types of stories. You have to make sure that other peoples are portrayed as independent and self-sufficient when they were, or if they are. It's in bad taste to have your majority Caucasian group come in and be like, I am the solution to all of your problems. And I will solve it immediately. I'm almost surprised you guys couldn't do it. Yeah, be mindful of everyone being like, I don't know, a person? Absolutely. There's a good way to... There's a world-building quote that I think actually helps with this issue of keeping the sort of racial kind of tension in mind so that you avoid making yourself look like a real idiot. And it's like, make sure that when you're writing out a scene in, like, a place, that it seems like people move through doors when your characters are not there. You know, it's just like... It's a good world-building quote, because it makes it... It's basically boiled down to make your world feel like it's lived in every moment of every day, even when your characters aren't on screen. And it's just a good little mental thing to keep in. But I think it also helps with, like, the white savior trope, where it's like, make sure your inhabitants of your story, fictional or otherwise, feel like an actual group of individuals, human beings, live life-like portrayals of the human condition. I'm glad I learned about that, T. That's freaking wild. I've been wanting to talk about it on stream for like a week, and I kept forgetting. So I'm glad to finally get that out. It was a wild... It's the most wild story Webtoons had in a while. I've been on the subreddit and the app and stuff like that for like the better part of a couple years now. And that blew up. People... how many people are on it right now, I wonder? 900 people are online. Like I said, a week ago, you would have been like 300 to 400. Maybe like 450 people online. It's doubled the numbers of the subreddit. So that's something. I almost wish my prologue was done so I could take advantage of the numbers. Hello, everybody. Would you like to see a fantasy series? I know you're all here to look at the funny racism, because these guys made real jerks out of themselves and got their series canceled, but, like, would you like to see my thing that I made? Controversy is still publicity. Yeah, unfortunately for them, it's probably still gonna... Their series is probably still gonna be just fine. Well, unfortunately for people who are not them and don't want to see their series continue. But, you know, suspension indefinitely in Korean territories? I don't know. Would you like to see a fantasy series that doesn't use racial slurs? Is that a question to me? Do you have one? I think you'd be more hard-pressed to find a fantasy series that does have slurs. Other than, like, they just call people what they are, like, you orc, you elf, you dwarf. That's usually what the slurs are like in fantasy series. They just say what they are. They don't really get creative, and maybe that's for the better. I don't think people read fantasy stories to see how creative the authors can get with fictional slurs. Maybe you do. I thought about it for half a second. Some people totally do that. I've seen the YouTube channels of people with podcasts that love that. They would focus on that thing almost entirely. They're the kind of people that still get mad when gay couples show up in animated movies. That whole demographic, you know the ones. What's funny is one of the YouTube channels I'm thinking of is a guy who's super into fantasy, and I used to watch him all the time, until I realized how troubling his values are. His podcast gets real angry at, you know, marginalized groups and their depiction in media for no reason, other than just, I'm assuming, some kind of phobia or inherent bias against them as a result of parentage, stuff like that. troubling values. Yeah, literally at one point, here's the most egregious example I can think of was when he was talking, aside from everything else. I'm not going to say the name, but, you know, I don't think he deserves the attention, no matter how small. If anyone gives him a single view, it's like, oh boy. He was like sitting at a desk during his podcast, and he like literally like raised his hand up and banged it on his desk, and he's like, embrace tradition in regards to marital structure and family structure. And that was like in the middle of a diatribe about something about, I don't know, the home, the nuclear family and all that. Yeesh. Yeah, there's a lot of weirdos. I'm surprised we still let those kind of people speak. I know it's all like freedom of speech and stuff, but like, do we have to let them? Come on. Obviously they can say what they're gonna say, but I think we should be more, we should be louder. We should yell at them. But unfortunately they have their own group of people that are willing to not yell at them and in fact cheer them on. And I don't get political on the stream, but I don't think it's too out of the ordinary these days to say that, you know, just don't be a jerkwad. It's not that hard. We're all just trying to live on this freaking rock, brother. If you're not hurting people while doing that, mission accomplished. Anyway, that's all the tea I got today. Imagine trying to live. Could not be me. How long have we been? It's like 2... Oh, I've been streaming more than I thought. That took a little bit more time than I thought it would. That whole rant there. But yeah, the Get Schooled controversy. Very interesting thing that happened over the past couple of days. He makes the time fly. What does her nose look like from profile? I think I have that. No, I don't. I closed it. I'll finish this little sketch and then I'll stop for today. At least on stream. I might work more off stream today. 'Cause it's Saturday. And I can. Where the heck is my thing? Oh yeah, Swan, I finished page 16. Did you want to see it? It's over here. I'll leave that up while I look for this thing. Where's my other page here? What was I looking for? Oh yeah, her nose. Her nose, her schnoz, if you will. Then I got this one. Yeah! You like my candle? It's simple, but I like how it turned out. Especially this little shadow right here. I don't know what it is about this shadow shape. I don't even think it makes particular sense all the way through, but it looks nice, and I don't know why. So I'm gonna keep it like that. It's like this little recessed area here that looks nice. I don't know why. I like my candle, personally. What's her jawline looking like over here? Accidental Tim Allen noise. It actually looks like I don't even show it that often. I kind of just cut off with the hair. So this needs to be a little bit more forward. I was doing a lot of research this morning about great swords and how to use them. Turns out there's not a lot of manuals out there that are maintained for that kind of thing, which is kind of weird. You think for something as prevalent in history as, like, bladed warfare, we would have a little bit more documentation on all these weaponry things and all that, but apparently it was all just military drills for the most part. So it's like, they didn't really write it down as a martial art type deal, but they should have. Because what is there is very interesting to me. Like about how great swords are all about keeping momentum. And they're not nearly as heavy as anime and video games and movies would have you believe. They're actually pretty light, like around 6 pounds, which is nuts for a sword that's taller than somebody. Just spin to win, absolutely, but not too much, otherwise you'll get tired. So you gotta find ways to conserve momentum and build it up in interesting ways. Like, for example, if you're standing here and you got the sword and it's pointed at the ground at a resting position, what some people will do is they'll take their foot and they'll kick it over from the side and the blade will spin up so that they can get it up into a readied position. They kick it. It's just interesting stuff like that. That if you put in a comic, I think people will appreciate if they know something about this kind of, you know, this combat. It's like in Princess Mononoke when you see Ashitaka, what is it called? String his bow? Is that what they call it? I don't know what the actual term for it is. But just that little moment of realism. Yeah, it's called stringing a bow. So I want stuff like that. I want to have more examples like that, where it looks like I know what I'm talking about, but in reality, I just watched a couple YouTube shorts. Yeah, it's very good. It's all very interesting stuff. You know what else is interesting? My ending screen. Let's take a look at it. Ooh, look at that. That's nice. Let's look at that for a while. Like for the next 30 seconds at most, maybe. Oh yeah, thanks for those who came by. Thank you, Swan, for stopping by. On my bonus secret super classified Saturday stream. What? Hey, what do you mean? I got stuff to do. I gotta work later today. I'm running away right now. So I'll be doing stuff on Monday, probably. Maybe Sunday. Maybe Sunday. I don't know. We'll see. But for now, I'm going back to jail. And, yeah, thank you for streaming. Thanks for stopping by. And I'll catch y'all later. Bye-bye. I gotta catch up on my YouTube uploads still. Bye-bye.